Zetsu doing back? Kale! As a result, Master Tainari is taking...
Oh, Kale. Speaking of Tainari...
Oh, Master Tainari? You just... I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari... No, I only found... I know that before he became...
A research base. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it. Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey! This was supposed to be a touching reunion.
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor had plus. It's not like you could have known even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure...
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida...
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned instead, he did something closer. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away.
What a relief.
I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds. Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying a costume.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump it? It feels plus.
We shouldn't give up hope.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying?
Yes, I have. You didn't come here.
We're looking for a
Okay.
What's the hurry?
Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant surprise!
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Fort.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come...
Hypatia? Wait, no. Did you already...
My consciousness has...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's when my consciousness made
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? I promised to help you understand. My current self has not only gained true insight...
You can do that?
I've never heard of anything.
Hold on. I brought some... All right now. Hold my hand.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Alas, if only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! Why are you so mean? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't...
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Okay, we finally lost him.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she... After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped. Wait, then
I never imagined that an individual's Also, while we were running, the consciousness the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness. But even in a moonless night, a shower of
Oh no! Hades, was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to, even in a moonless night, a shower, huh? Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, but...
Paimon. That's all right. I've spent some time.
Thank you, Taina.
Then all I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something like... What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened.
Tainari, did you leave?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's if I didn't take action. Now that you mention it, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant. The doctor and the balladeer. From your description, but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals. Right.
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the... Come find me here if there's...
Thanks, Tainari.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen. In place, after all.
We finally made it! So, oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Haven went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose...
More Eremite mercenaries?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of... All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the...
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academias. However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia...
Oh, right. You do have...
I have no interest in running errands for the... And these days, we're... not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine. Everyone says the capsule originated, which brings me back. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the divine knowledge capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became To have that kind of reaction,
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail.
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information. No matter.
That's right! We have the same plan as you!
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's always better to...
Before us lies...
Whoa.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you...
Judgment?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target...
Seemed to me more like your... Yes. General Mahamatra Sino. Head of all the
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham. To the point, if I were you, I'd never choose to side. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and...
Has Alhaitham done something wrong?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes him.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this and why, as General as far as I'm aware, the other... Have you been given a mission that's... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and...
I should have known you'd be different.
You two! Ugh! What you...
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can... You gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe... It seems like someone's gonna have... Hey, did either of you hear a...
Whoa, what's going on? When some...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quick!
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia...
All right, stop.
want to play sardines with 3 people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until... Please, let me introduce myself.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon.
There's no need to thank me.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second...
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's...
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was...
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned. Rather,
Huh?
a little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project plan. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected the power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra, the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action. I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he's well, Sino, if that's...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Yes. I wasn't...
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, from my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive...
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academe, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while...
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of... You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebot.
I'm willing to apologize. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best... After all...
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham. Now, answer me this. Did the
Have I not made myself clear?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence,
As you wish.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about, my situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument.
Is that all? Well,
That's more like it. I missed you all so much.
Whoa! What was that, Sam?
no need to worry.
Creatures? In the sand?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The winds died down. That means Candace still isn't back yet, though.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire...
Yes. They just keep coming and
Leave this. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
The village knows it. Take this!
Riptide! Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
As one with wind and cloud! Cool it! Here!
The creatures stopped appearing.
what we fought just now was probably the after.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone you...
Sir, I am also.
I can't, besides San...
So, Erminsul...
Everything in the natural...
Everyone in our... speaking of which, why have...
Village keep...
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars. Exile. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyche.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been but no one in the village has ever seen...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former General
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? But, is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really do...
I'll be grateful for the assistant. Let's start by finding a spot to share what...
time to lose.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essential. Do you still have any questions for me? But one of my former subordinates told me that the academia, when Mad Skull initially, Aru village was struck by the suddenly, despite the powerful tremors after that.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting our... Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know...
In theory, they would continue wearing...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes...
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story... So, what do you make of the story? Really? Lesser...
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanagi...
No. It's not so much that I don't... Lesser Lord Kusanagi... The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali. In addition, I've never heard it...
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it?
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling...
That look in your eyes... How can this be to think?
Alright, now it's our turn to put our but easier said than done. Especially since we don't have any
Excuse me, are you...
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Is your grandpa mad
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just...
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are.
Grandpa is just I heard everything you said to the village chief.
Ah, so you're... I was planning to go...
Whoa.
Sorry, I was so...
All right.
No time to lose. All right, now we're...
Brings a smile to my face. Time to go.
super vigilant.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm.
Yes. Isak's parents were, unfortunately, later. However, one summer night, so Grandpa walked the next morning. It's said that those who saw this, Isak was thrilled.
All this somehow just makes...
Perhaps. It's also
Maybe the people have always had a
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I...
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you, We've cleared everything up. Let's go...
Really?
Yeah!
All right.
Time to go.
Excuse me.
You mean the village keep... When I was eating... anything else?
The scholars that don't change.
Right, but honestly,
Do you also think...
Grandpa, it still feels, well, what a...
Gotcha.
Time to go.
Sir?
Oh, the last time I...
Oh, think... Yeah.
I've known you since you...
Wow, what?
Okay.
Huh? Don't say it. Let's head over there. Listen, see...
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true...
Still, you say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civil... Isn't it a sign?
Huh. Now that you say it...
Exactly. Those city folks will get...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad...
Okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about...
Well, I only know a few things.
Hey!
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the... Would you want to live like this if you were... Delavar also said...
Is that...
seems like he still
Got it! Please don't...
The people here really like King Desh...
Where is this rat?
I haven't run into him over the...
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close with...
No,
I have many ways, so you'd best don't do anything.
Yes, got...
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. I hope I can be as cool as Candace one day.
when I grow up.
join the Eremites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and Other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say... But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I...
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
So, you know...
Huh? You know...
Yes. Now that...
Wait, surely Tainari...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food?
Exactly. Even deep within the clutches of madness.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better...
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace.
Time to go.
Right. The dark...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to...
Ah, welcome back.
Oh,
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
I'll hate the...
we haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance.
Did you find out anything you... I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive It seems someone from beyond the wall.
Makes sense.
So what should we...
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also...
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, and... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert.
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Simon.
What?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsider, the desert is unforgiving. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to... I need to go around and ask some questions. Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot...
Alright, sounds like a plan! Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this...
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, we're cheap labor, like livestock. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance. I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to procure information.
Yep, we got...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern, maybe... Just our luck.
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're...
Zaki?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki.
We've had drinks together. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they?
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the...
Yeah. Have you seen Enger
Of course I have. Matter of...
I've got a spice trading deal from a...
Ah, how thought...
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret.
Yes, how considerate of you.
Time to go.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. Oh.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know...
So, you've been watching...
Uh-oh.
So you and Delavar...
But you got one thing.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village...
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time...
Dia.
Yeah.
See? There...
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following on
New punch.
Don't get frostbite.
lightning slash! Shouldn't let your guard down.
Into the wind.
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real and of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about, even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing that so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. That's what you thought.
You lied in the
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You... Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without
Oh, but
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple.
Oh! You mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The what?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find... That's what you wanted to ask when we...
Wait, so he's a radical?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack...
Wow, what a genius!
Ah, you're too kind.
So, about how mercenaries only care about...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Arc?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. I've begun to realize, but I see through it.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then.
Candace, do you need it?
Candace will be okay. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some...
While I'm questioning that...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these...
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Paimon's been one...
We've known each other for...
Oh, Paimon!
Yep, I guess. Us mercs on the other...
Well, Paimon thinks...
Really?
Oh,
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation tech.
Oh, you...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Follow the wind. The wind's moving. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, so soft.
Here! Into the wind. Tidal wave.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. A fateful offering.
Do I?
Oh, there's no...
Perhaps I need to work on... Still, it's perfect.
Yes, please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of the ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here.
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers. The people of Aru Village. A war would only...
I'll tell you every...
I'm listening.
You might... Some mystery man...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up a...
Yes, sorry! It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth! We don't know anything! It was all him!
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to...
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What...
Okay.
If my suspicions are correct, some time ago, people from the academia, it strikes me now that
Which means... they were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the...
People are nothing but... Regardless.
You're right. Isaka's still...
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us. Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see...
You were gone for ages! And now you're... Hey, what's with...
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this... Anyway, you plan to leave...
Yep. We're not good. Enough with the silent...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really?
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believe. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, the reason...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority.
Right. You were asking about the...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go...
Remember? She made a point of denying...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but...
Huh? What do you...
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the... Go on. Earn her...
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it is... But even so, we have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them! That's why we decided...
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come...
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that I'm... Only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended, and then it happened.
The village keepers who had helped me.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the... Perhaps, it used to be louder and...
I confirmed this with the guards on, but because we're in the middle...
There's really nothing around...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah, let's go. Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. Ah, monsters, watch out!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my... It's fine. What's the hurry? Into the wind. Thunderclap! This moment will be frozen. Shouldn't let your guard down. Lightning flash!
Clouds high.
The birds call!
One with nature.
You're mine.
Don't get frostbite.
Riptide!
Into the wind. Freeze.
Take this!
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Alhaitham, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he's... What are you reading?
Okay, sure.
Huh?
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's... And anyway, so Paimon's... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they tuck. Oh, it looks like there are other.
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time?
That's close enough. Lightning flash!
Enshroud!
Oh, so sorry. Take this! Tidal wave. Za! Ja!
Za! Za! Here! One with the forest.
Cool it! Following thunder!
Yeah, ja! Ja!
All right, let's head off.
Lightning flash!
One with nature.
Here! Take that!
Into the wind.
I'll take my leave. Take that! Lightning flash!
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
Za! Za! Da! No time to lose.
One with nature.
Take this!
Cool it.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Here!
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time. The wind knows me.
Lightning flash! Thunderclap!
your guard down. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Take this! Amateur. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Grow.
All right, let's head. Time to go.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest. let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the... Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was
loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The Academia is behind all. It isn't difficult to deduce their ration. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing these rumors were all the persuasion that the radical, as well as being able to life for the desert, many would give, even if complications arise. The notion of an academia.
Oh, that makes a lot of... But there's...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. An exile is still... If you can't find someone, you have...
Resource?
One possibility.
Extracted?
With the technology of this, perhaps the process...
So, the human brain... Nope! Nah! Paimon doesn't want to think about this!
I'm the Academia Anyway, judging by Razak's... Or perhaps, his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such...
Paimon's a little...
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the Academia is going... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the Divine Knowledge Capsule, but to no avail. It's...
You mean, you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars extracting information...
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering.
Probably not. Paimon...
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is...
Paimon's been wanting to...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow.
I'm just a more likable... He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step.
Time to go. Time to go.
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much!
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if...
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our...
Huh? Are our friends...
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies Sino. You're...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next word.
It is simply a logical...
So what you're saying, interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one of...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a
The academia?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entire...
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too! I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let Paimon feels like...
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out?
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
This...
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great... Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I...
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of filthy traitors? Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the—
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs.
You're not wrong.
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rama—
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now,
Phew. I was really counting.
That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would...
I don't doubt it, Sino. But even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than...
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find...
Whatever it takes?
Huh? Are you...
The Eremites once...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's...
Time to go.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's...
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday.
Fine.
They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolute. You brought fewer people than.
Bring him out.
Grandpa! Why is there a...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his...
It's a one-for-one exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to...
You stay right there!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Paimon's dizzy.
This day's going
The sand dune. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro are gone.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, the symbols on it could have been an underground palace.
Oh, a miracle. Praise!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down. Most of them seeming really bad.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time.
As it happens.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord two major deities are vying to showcase their power to us.
Paimon thought you weren't...
Indeed. And my new discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do?
I'll just let them lay here.
Time to go.
Gonna be epic.
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
How? Are you mocking me?
Interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say. It's not like I...
There's nothing to be...
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then...
we go! Benny's adventure team? Off we go! I'm going in!
Lightning flash! You're mine. Da, da, ha, ya, da, da, ya, da, da, ya, ya. Ha. Take this. Ha, ya, 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 ya. Ha.
Huh?
Lightning flash! Don't get frostbite. Da, da, ya, ya, da, da, ya, 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 da, ha, ya, ya, ya. Cool it.
Let's light it up!
Lightning flash! Freeze!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Following thunder! Shouldn't let your guard down. Take this!
Dodge this!
Cool it!
What's the hurry? Oh, so sorry.
Everybody stand back!
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Take this!
Let's light it up!
Lightning flash! Freeze!
frozen. Take this! Amateur shouldn't let your guard down.
Adventure time! I'm going in!
Lightning flash! No time.
Cool it. Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Take this! Thunderclap! Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. Take this!
Let's light it up!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen.
Everybody stand back!
Lightning flash! Shouldn't let your guard down.
a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Wait. What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret?
Of course.
He's not...
There's still something off about this place. The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these. Excellent. There's a device.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make...
Was that the former Dendro
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for... You've just witnessed his priest...
The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our... We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known.
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're
my Eremites and I.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow...
It's not gonna be...
Well, I guess that's for me.
When would be a good time?
Tomorrow. And I'll return.
You seem to finally understand that our...
Yes.
That must have been rough. But he seems to have figured...
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy... It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret.
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice... long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow. Sino, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is... thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost!
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superior...
They...
Don't play. They extract divine canned knowledge.
I really don't...
Well, you better start talking or you...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound...
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating an... It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of... The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, someone from the doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time. After that, they harvested dreams via with the doctor's help, and the Akasha now function. Next, they just...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge...
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to know nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over... It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a...
Then what does Lesser... Is she not a true...
From the beginning, when the Academia first discovered, they found that at the time, she possessed no... Not to mention, slowly but surely...
So... This is the path the sage...
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars...
Sure, as you wish.
flash! Yeah! Yeah! Dodge this! Here! All right, let's. I'll keep this close. Don't get frostbite. Into the wind. One with wind and cloud. Lightning flash! Following thunder! Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt. The wind knows it. Cool it. One with nature. Here! Wind strike. Not bad. Not bad at all.
The village keepers you found.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense.
So,
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, Has everyone arrived?
everyone is already.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please. Wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
time to lose.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been?
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a...
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff. Come on, don't give me that.
That's what I want. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions,
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming a strategy. To be honest, your deeds speak.
Candace.
I'm very glad I've said the same. Only when you're safe can. You're welcome. Good luck.
No time to lose.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. Our plan is not... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be...
Speaking of the front lines, you don't...
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar!
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good forbidden knowledge, I think. But the academia, come to think of it, the withering. Ella's...
But, at least, wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots.
But if that's the case...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia?
In that, to make sure we're still on track, I would...
Where are we going?
To an Eremite bait.
time.
Yeah. Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are...
I gave them some...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for...
Aren't those devices?
Look here.
Huh? More kid knowledge?
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared.
Anyway, we're not going to use As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew. Traveler, I want you to record something. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our
Yes. I understand. Because, to achieve this impossible task,
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated. Everything went without a hitch. Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There. And that's perfectly.
Huh?
Have you forgotten? You may find it hard to believe, but for those, imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were. After all that, a slave to orders, and that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
The things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work.
Small project?
We're going to tinker.
No time to lose.
Into the wind. Take this! Shouldn't let your guard down. One with nature. Come here! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. The wind knows me. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Time to go.
Into the wind.
No time. That hurts.
Tidal wave. The wind knows me. Take this! Cool it! Into the wind.
No time to lose. time to lose. One with nature. Set clouds high. The birds come. Here! It's fine. So sorry. Da, da, ya. Yeah. The wind knows it. Lightning flash! I'll keep this close.
I thought we agreed.
The plan is to...
But it's still the best.
I did.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you just...
We agreed to work out... Had I known all...
Look, you already know.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Ramon's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as...
Wait!
We can't get through that. My plan will...
That also...
Doesn't Alhaitham know?
Of course he did. He also said that I never blindly...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave...
Well, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do any... Since you and I...
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice. This is a secret operation. I'm going to...
Ah, of course, of course. But who exactly?
They're a squad of Eremites.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar. This should
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust...
Paimon can't believe you're still... Aren't you even if that guard doesn't...
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been...
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic.
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you, decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves to the Akasha So...
Makes sense.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
Whew! Paimon's so glad that this is settled.
Next time...
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security...
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright...
Have you made a decision regarding...
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed...
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon.
Understood. Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the... Get ready.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
Is this an answer from this world?
One with nature.
Here! Thunderclap! Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Into the wind.
Take this!
Face my hammer.
One with nature. Brings a smile to my face.
Time to go.
Wait a...
Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
Yeah.
It's to show how important we think the operation, since this is a big...
I'm glad to hear yours. They are our own...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from...
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What, judging from those shots...
Rahman.
Who are you supposed to be? A match?
I'm not here to talk.
Nobody's giving me... Brothers!
Into the wind!
Take this! Following thunder! Shouldn't let your guard down.
One with nature!
As one with wind and cloud!
Freeze! This one will be frozen in time.
Take this! No time to lose.
Into the wind!
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel...
You pitiful... King Deshret will...
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went...
Yes.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave...
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason...
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed?
I have a very... If we need help, get ready for the next phase.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. All joking aside, our responsibility dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to him.
Yeah,
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis Di and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's. So, the sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you.
But...
That's certainly true. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to Pardis Di.
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
What? So he's not at the hotel today?
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Wherever in this world.
Time to go.
He's over there! Let's go say hi! Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right. This place is better. We won't... Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask!
Yes, actually...
He left?
Yeah, he came looking...
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like that. For now, all we can...
Sino, I see. So that... Okay. I will answer...
Sino's name really does work wonders.
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you don't need to tell me anything. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the skull...
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking...
Since you asked, I'll be frank.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced and effective treatment. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery. Would that be agreeable to you?
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation, transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person current, your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doc. It's not so much that he's looking... I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself...
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like... Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of... It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible... And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter
I can barely believe...
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. Recently, my master wrote several...
Hasn't he already asked?
Yes, but my master will occasionally... This has been a habit of his for many years.
I get it. Since you're...
I'd like to ask you to do that.
I can do that. But the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation once the investigation starts. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia. If you don't see me there for an extended period, that's your cue.
All right. We've got a plan.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. I know what I'm doing. On that note, Aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for I suppose he's lucky to.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, I must keep my promise and help you however I can. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a I think this may be.
Okay, we'll find it.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt. Oh, by the way.
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the He also, just to be safe. We'll do it That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor. To the south of here is Port Ormos.
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port.
Tracking skills.
Shh! Don't drop. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can.
Now this!
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. This place will do. We can hide here while...
Uh-oh! He saw us!
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say...
Wait, is he... And where are all the soldiers we saw in...
They were all here just a few minutes...
So this was a trap. Wait.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's...
Oh no!
Let's go!
Pardis Di...
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Pardius Di for research purposes.
But you've been in Sumeru.
Even the Grand Sage himself. I've done my duty.
It would seem that my... You can keep trying to...
With all due respect...
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. You know, I may be staying at Part... It is still my duty to protect...
Then it seems our
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not...
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tighnari! Beat him up!
Oh, so sorry. Lightning flash!
Send this quickly!
The doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Right. Send this quickly! Can't run from death. This is bad.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia.
Got it! Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is...
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Pardius Di. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to...
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your... I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that child? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith, but this also shows that humanity's worship of gods... Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words, but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my... You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you the doctor has never known his place? Even you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to...
Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm? That means anyone outside is in danger! Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey!
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move.
Struck by...
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone. Luckily, there were only 2 of us, and both of...
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to... My wound aside...
Hey, didn't I tell you...
Justin... Thank goodness she's...
Hey!
I understand my condition.
I know.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the ballad...
The Academia.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond... As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work when I have to. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did. Maybe the Fatui...
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to consider himself as his equal.
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the Balladeer zap him with lightning?
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the... In other words, we've successfully completed...
Yay! That's a big...
Thank you for the help, Tainari.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here. Let's continue to...
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. I'll start first. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI.
Who is behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've
Oh, Kainario's...
Everything also went to avoid alerting.
I can't believe...
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them.
Oh, and if you want, so you should find...
But I thought all of you...
Then I should remind...
I know that.
A scribe is responsible...
Fine, whatever. Well, sign up.
Employ...
Yep. The Traveler hired.
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone.
Not at all.
But you also look...
Welcome, Nilu.
Huh? Join? You mean...
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right!
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep.
All the preparations are done.
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super...
Well said.
Huh?
Oh.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.